Hey guys, this is Brian from Team Swag coming to you with another deck profile. I gotta apologize for the sporadic videos, but lately I've been busy. But this deck right here is actually for sale, and if you like this deck or you want to just buy the deck just for the cards for your own build or whatever, just leave me an offer in the comments or in a message, and I'll make sure to get back to you. Good offers, because this deck is pretty good and it's got some really good cards in it just to make your binder look pretty shiny and sexy. This deck is pretty shiny itself, so let's get to this deck. I'll let you know the really plays with this deck. It is Koa'Ki Meiru, so let's get started. The first card, we're going to do monsters. We have 3 Maximus. Wow, these sleeves are retarded. We got 3 Maximus. This guy pretty much remove Iron Core in your hand, special summon this guy. He has the ability to pop off a card every turn. We have 3 Urnites. This brings the speed to the deck. Reveal an Iron Core, special summon a level 4 or lower Koa'Ki Meiru from your deck to the field. 2 Guardians. Well, actually, 3 Guardians. It's pretty much those running rocks don't know what this guy does. Negate the effect of a monster by sacrificing this guy. He can get rid of Gores for the simple fact Gores' effect to bring out a token. Sack this guy. Gores is gone. Continue with your battle. End him in the game. A lot of these monsters in Koa'Ki Meiru's are 1900. They are really big beat sticks. You have 2 boulders. These guys are Sangans pretty much for Koa'Ki Meiru's. When they die in battle, go search out an Iron Core or a level 4 or lower Koa'Ki Meiru monster to your hand from your deck. It's pretty good. We got 2 Koa'Ki Meiru prototypes. This guy is pretty much a substitute. At your end phase, if you have nothing to show for any Koa'Ki Meirus on the field, you just go sack this guy. He dies at the end phase, and you get a token, an 1800 defense token. This guy, it's a pretty good card, and he saves your monsters a lot. We got 3 Sandman. Those of y'all that hate trap cards, sack this guy and destroy the trap card. It's pretty amazing for the simple fact is you attack, you see Mirror Force, pop 1, continue on with your battle phase. 3 Crusaders. He recycles all the stuff that's in your graveyard. So if you lost something like a Guardian or a Sandman or a Iron Core, you can, once he kills a monster, you get to put one of those cards back in your hand. The great thing about this card is if he rams into something the same attack points as him, as long as it's destroyed, doesn't have to go to the graveyard or not, as long as it's destroyed, the monster he battles, he can still pick a card. Now for the spells, we have the basis of this deck. 3 Iron Cores, all of them are Ultra, and pretty much it's like you can skip your standby, your draw phase to get this from the graveyard. This whole deck is really focused on these guys in the grave, and you'll see why. Urgent Synthesis. If Iron Core is in your graveyard, special summon a level 4 or lower Koa'Ki Meiru monster from your graveyard to the field. Oh, or your hand. So, as if you have a Koa'Ki Meiru in your hand and you don't have one in the graveyard, you can special summon from your hand and get that Iron Core back to your deck. Core Compression. Pretty much reveal, it's the draw card of this deck. Reveal a Iron Core and discard 1 Koa'Ki Meiru monster to draw 2 cards. It's usually you discard something you really don't need, such as a second Maximus. Like if you draw Maximus, Core Compression, Iron Core, you want to drop that second Maximus because you'll end up getting them back a lot easy in this deck. You have 2 Iron Core Specimen Labs. This is pretty much the field card for Iron Core, the Koa'Ki Meirus. It's during your end phase, you reveal an Iron Core to keep this on the field, and also during your end phase, if a monster Koa'Ki Meiru monster is destroyed by its own effect, you can search out any Koa'Ki Meiru monster from your deck and put it into your hand. It's pretty much, the combo is let a monster die, get Maximus in your hand, go for the OTK next turn. You have Core Overclock. This is pretty much gives the Koa'Ki Meirus a lot more power. It brings them up by 500, so now instead of 19 beaters, you have 24 level 4 beaters. And also you can discard an Iron Core from your hand to the graveyard to boost them up by 1,000. So you have these really pesky 2,900 monsters running over Stardust and a lot of random cards. Oh snap. 2 core transport units, the secrets that came out of Absolute Power Force. These pretty much, you don't have Iron Core in your hand, but you have this card in your hand. You discard a card, get an Iron Core in your hand, and start to swarm if you have Urnite. It's a good card to get it's thinning your deck really. You don't want to have too many Iron Cores in your hand. So you put an Iron Core in the graveyard, go get the third one, or second, put it in the graveyard so you actually have some kind of way of drawing. You have 3 automatic lasers. This is the trap hole for Koa'Ki Meirus. Reveal an Iron Core and destroy when the monster's normal summon or special summon with 1,000 or more. Destroy that monster as long as you reveal Iron Core. Let's see. We got Koa'Ki Meiru Shield. It's Mirror Force, but the only thing is you have to have 2 or more Iron Cores in the graveyard, which is pretty easy when you have Core Transport Unit. You drop the cores into graveyard to get this effect. Iron Core Luster. This is a counter trap that pretty much reveal an Iron Core, negate the spell or trap of your opponent, and destroy it. And 2 Wrecking Power. It is a pretty much trap Heavy Storm. Set it first turn. You have the ability after your opponent ends their turn, activate it, destroy all face down spell and trap cards your opponent controls by revealing an Iron Core in your hand. It's pretty good to pretty much level out the balance in the deck. But that is the deck, and I don't know how long this video's been going, but if you like it, send me offers. I'll make sure to look at the offers. If they're good offers, I'll PM you back. I will be accepting cash only because checks, money orders, all that stuff seems to have problems, seems to go wrong. And since this is a deck and not just cards, I will be requiring you to send first unless I've seen some referrals and all that stuff. And if I get an offer of somebody to buy it, I will put a video up as trade proof, and I will recommend you to everybody on YouTube. So thank you guys for looking at this video. Rate, subscribe, comment. Peace out. Thumbs up for the Miku mat.